Did you miss anything cool? That depends on what you find cool. I've done a whole lot of walking around. I've done a couple quests. It's been 5 hours, and in that time, um, I have done like 5 quests. It takes about an hour to go somewhere, do something, and go back to town. I really still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. And sort of like I I just like don't really have like a solid grasp of the game where it's just like at any time the game could just throw me like a very mild curveball and I would have no idea what to do about it as far as like a weapon check or like just a general like are you using the game mechanics check. I think that would kill me, you know. Like I remember hearing about the speedrun years ago. The Morrowind any percent speedrun kind of just like blasts into the end of the game in 5 minutes, of course. But I think they like mix some kind of like potion of jumping that just lets them like jump across the whole map immediately. And I'm like, if I have to mix a potion in this game, I have no idea where to even begin with that. Like, I don't know. Or like if the combat ever becomes slightly more involved than just mashing the attack button and hoping that you win, we're in big trouble at that point. Um, anyway, let's do it. We are here. Man, I love that incredibly bad screenshot used as the thumbnail for the save. Morrowind, the NES port. Oh, there's a part where a guy falls out of the sky and the speedrun takes scrolls of jumping off his body. Well, if I ever see a guy fall out of the sky then, I know I know what to do. The lockpick weapon glitch. No clue what that is. I think we're done with this guy. Yeah, I told you what I know about the Nerevarine cult. So here's where we're actually at in the game. I am currently in the city of Vivek. We have been told to come here to speak to 3 people to find out what they know about the Nerevarine cult. Scum. So we found the first person. Yes, the city of Quebec. We're in French Canada right now. I think so. Oh God. Hang on. Alvani, but also over there. St. Olms. I feel like we want to check St. Olms. So we found that guy. Um, you swing at the boss and switch to a lockpick mid-swing, and it doesn't have a damage value defined, so you deal infinite damage with your swing. Oh my God. I should try that. I should try that out. That sounds good. Um, what's the button? This is the button. Nan damage. I feel like it's gotta be in this version because this is the original Wow, this is Game of the Year. Maybe they patched it. But like, surely Morrowind for the Microsoft Xbox isn't that well built. We are looking for... Oh, we're just straight up told to go to St. Olms. That's perfect. We're looking for Ad Hiraner, a Thieves Guild operative in St. Olms. This was the foreign quarter. It would be really great if this had like a, like when you're at the mall and there are maps of the mall around, that's just like you are here, and then it points out where everything is. They should have put those around this city. I'm not saying that Bethesda needed to do that. I'm saying that whoever built the city in universe needed to do that. There should be in-universe mall maps. I gotta get down there. This place is really, really big. Right next to the Cinnabon, yeah, there's like an Auntie Anne's pretzel in the foreign quarters. Gotta make sure I get my jumps in. This is Redoran. I think. Vivek Arena. Well, let me check the map as well. Like how... This map is just not that good. Like we can zoom out to the whole world. Like this is our zoom level. We've got the all the way in, can't see shit option. And we've got the all the way out, really can't see shit option. But I think that someone said that there were like 9 of these. Like the city was built out of 9 of these like cubes. Once I've walked onto all of the cubes, they'll be marked on the map for good, and then we'll be kind of in there. Helvani. What is your destination? Help you with local. Where can this guy bring me? Other parts. Other parts of Vivek. Honestly, I think we're going to the temple, so I'm gonna spend the 4 gold and we're just take me there, man. Like this is, yeah, this is gonna take me a while to get all the way down here, actually. Am I looking for this person? Hang on. That's here in the Vivek Temple Canton in the Hall of Wisdom section. Lower levels on the eastern side. It's a bit of a maze in there. Alright, hold up. This is going into the journal, but let me just like... Vivek Temple Canton Hall of Wisdom. Lower levels, eastern side. It's a maze in there. I didn't have to write that part. Is that one of the people I'm even looking for? Yes. Okay, so this works. This is not who I was looking for, but it also sort of is. Eastern side. Oh, there you go, St. Olms. So actually, the person we're looking for is going to be kind of close as well. Hall of Wisdom? No, that's Hall Underworks. I mean, it might be Hall Underworks because they said lower levels. Jumping is not faster. We are training the acrobatics stat by jumping, and acrobatics seems to make it so that you don't take fall damage. Like if we go into here, acrobatics is right here. It's at 24. It's almost 25. Acrobatics enables one to jump long distances and to avoid damage when falling from great heights. Nimble acrobats can reach areas other cannot get to and can direct their paths while falling. So that sounds pretty good. And all you have to do is jump a lot. So like, sure, I'll jump a lot. Why not?
What do you want?
How do I, what? There's like a wall. Oh, here we go. Follow me into the back of the library. Gotcha. There's so many books. Ah. Deed to Indrel's house. I mean, know all Dunmer by these words that I have legally purchased the home and Satanin of the Dunmer Indrel Rathrion and the accompanying land for the sum of 3,000 Imperial Drakes. I mean, my house now, I suppose. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if I, like, go there. Like, if I go there, could I wonder, there's probably a quest involving that where, like, you give her her house back or something. Alright, the temple worships Nerevar as a saint and a hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. The Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods. The temple's persecution, a group called the Dissident Priests, dispute that. The prescribed book, Progress of Truth, describes their belief. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Caius. That will tell him things he needs to know. Progress of Truth. This book lists the disputes they have with the temple. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it'll be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I'm being watched by ordinators. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers who ignore temple bans. I mean, I could go back to that bookstore.
Yes.
We were just in a bookstore. It's not going to be in the library, is what they're telling me with that. Oh, there's the, we were talking about this yesterday, that there was a book called The Real Berenzia, and it was, like, pornographic or something, and then they censored it, and someone was saying that there was the boring official Berenzia, and then the real one. This is the boring official one. It's insane how many books they wrote. Yeah, there's the real Berenzia. This passage has been censored by order of the temple. I think that's apparently, like, not censored in Daggerfall, and there's, like, some real shit in there. That's what someone was saying yesterday. Redware pot. Are books and video games fiction or non-fiction? Well, they're fiction because this didn't actually happen. Wait, shit. I thought this was gonna take me outside. Okay, this is gonna take me outside. Yeah, you've gotta, like, I don't know, you'd have to collect all the books into one place and then really, like, I don't know. I like the books are not that big. Like they're, it's 50 pages, but each page has like not that many sentences on it. It's not the Palace of Vivek. There's not that many sentences on each page. The font is big and the pages are not that big. Um, so reading a 50-page book in Morrowind is not as bad. Well, I mean, a 50-page book in real life is also nothing, but like, it's less in Morrowind. But when you consider how many books there are, you're probably still reading like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many books are in the game, but I'm guessing it's got to amount to like a few hundred real book pages, which would be an interesting thing to see collected as like a, if you're like a fan gamer type company that does video game merch. What if you just sold like Skyrim the book and it's just all of the books and you like bind it to look like a nice old book or something? Oh, I gotta consult a map. This is St. Olms. Okay, so this is where the Khajiit dude is gonna be. Khajiit? How do you say it? Arena, but we are going all the way back to the foreign quarter. But I can go to this bookstore and find out that they don't have it. Khajiit, okay. We have a Morrowind corn. Actually. There's there is a Dagoth Urcorn that Hydromedia asked me to draw like years and years ago, and it's finally it's its time. A very out of left field corn that's never been more relevant. Wait, how did I end up here? And then this is the foreign quarter. How do these things connect? Do they just not? Do these things just not connect? I would have thought that they were like in a grid. Apparently not. Acrobatics going absolutely crazy though. I am hoping that by the end of the game, our jump is like our guy has absolutely skipped arm day, but absolutely not skipped leg day. And he can just like jump really high, leap over buildings in one bound and whatnot. Okay, this is the foreign quarter. I have to find that bookstore again, which was like, I don't think I'm gonna find that bookstore, you know? It's in here somewhere. It was like down this hall. Yeah, there we go. Joe Basha's rare books. This guy doesn't give a fuck what the temple says. He's gonna sell the book. You just know. Where are you, Joe Basha? Oh, there's an ordinator here, though. And he's blocking... I can talk to him through the bookshelf. Perfect. A less rude song. It costs 40 bucks. I really want to know what that says. I might save scum just so that I can find out what's in the less rude song. Confessions of a Skooma Eater. Oh, there's Progress of Truth. It's 150 bucks. Damn. Some of these books have really interesting titles. Oh, it's scrolls too. There's a lot of books. Well, let's buy Progress of Truth. Can we do 160? Yes, we can do 160. I'm gonna here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save because I want to know what's in those other books. And then I'm gonna load my saves so that I didn't have to buy them. Wait, get back here. Barter. He was going somewhere I couldn't talk to him. What is in the Less Rude Song? And what is the Confessions of a Skooma Eater? Wait, no, it didn't buy them. The Less Rude Song and the Confessions. I feel like this guy is about to, sell us something with the way he's writing this. He's got special supplements to sell. Wait, why? There's just a end bracket at the end of this book. Is there... Where did those brackets open? Do they not open? Whoever wrote this book made a typo. Maybe. Yo, Daggerfall mentioned on page 2. This is a less rude song. It's not that exciting. Is there a more rude song that we can buy? Well, now I can just load, and I've got the book. This is my punishment for save scumming to read books that didn't end up being that exciting. Have to sit through these loads now. Yo, what's up, ID? Alright, well, we've got the book. Progress of Truth. Search booksellers. I mean, do I have to... Must get a copy to give to the spy. Well, I've got that, so I think that means we're done with Milo Mira. I think there's only one person left now. I think we're good there. How much wind are you morrowing? All of it. One post is claiming there are 460 books in this game, 2/3 of which are new to the franchise. That's exciting. That's a lot of books. Damn. That's probably more books than they could bind into a real book, maybe. I don't know. 460, I mean, definitely, because if each book was one page, then that would be a 460-page book. And each book is definitely going to be more than one page on average. So yeah, Morrowind, more books than an actual book, probably. Okay, that includes some notes, so some will just be that. So let's see, where's the map? There's the, how do I, okay, here we go. We're going to St. Olms. On my way to St. Olms. And a man with 7 wolves? Question mark. Is this St. Olms? This is... No. What even... Is this even on the map? Have I been here? Yes, I have. So I ended up... I want to go east, then south, then east.
Watch yourself. We'll have no trouble here.
All 38 of the 36 lessons of Vivek? What? So wait, does that mean... Can I not actually go south? I can, but I have to go up first. There's a lesson 0 and a secret lesson 37. That's pretty exciting. The secret 37th lesson of Vivek. That's actually kind of cool.
We're watching.
This is south, and then we go east. Oh my god, ID that. I don't think I ever had a teacher who pulled that shit on me, but if they did, it would have worked. I'm not reading the whole test ahead of time. Tanners and miners, farmers and laborers. I do find it kind of funny that this is like the default music that just plays as you walk around town. Because it's like so, it's very dramatic. It's very dramatic music considering I'm just walking around. So
Let's not make this a freaking out.
that didn't hang on. Back to here. Adhiranir, a Khajiit Thieves Guild operative. Adhiranir in St. Olms. I mean, this is St. Olms. We're in it. Maybe they're like... Maybe they're gonna be like in the farmer and laborer hall because they're like extorting it or something. Ask about Adhiranir. That sneak shall be here in St. Olms somewhere, but don't know where. Yo, what's up, Angelo? Yeah, I think I just have to check everywhere. I mean, maybe, what if I had to unlock that door? Wait. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit named Adhuraner. Oh, so you're also looking for her.
Speak, traveler.
No. Wait, that looked kind of sus. Never heard of her. Nope. Absolutely certain. Never heard the name before. Does 10 gold change your mind? Does 20 gold change your mind? Maybe that name does sound familiar. I just can't seem to remember. Oh my god. This is stupid. This is completely pointless. That guy just stole like 50 gold from me. I don't know why he did that. That was a lot of money to dump into this dude without even saving first.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Go ahead.
I mean, there's the farmers and the miners checked out.
Watch yourself.
Tailors and dyers?
My time is precious, so make it quick.
I feel like everyone is kind of hostile in this game. Everyone is just like, what do you want? You know, if you don't have anything to say, then move along. Like, they're all very, I don't know, they're pushy. They don't actually want to talk to you.
Make it quick, Outlander.
I feel like she's gonna be like behind one of these locked doors, you know? Because she is a thief. And I've kind of checked everywhere, I think now. I'm gonna make a save. And then we're just gonna try to pick the lock on this door, which I haven't done in the game yet. I do have a lockpick. Your crime has been reported. Dude, it won't open. I don't know if this is gonna, like, I'm gonna roll successfully on this eventually. It's a low-level door. It's lock level 10, but then again, I'm not exactly the master of unlocking here. I don't know. I don't know which one of these stats is unlocking. Maybe security. Let's one open locked doors with lockpicks. Yeah. So I got nothing. I'm only at 5, so I think I just can't open this maybe. I've never found something. And the lockpick's been used up now. Well, I'm just curious. I'm not gonna save. I'm not gonna save this, but I did just commit about 100 crimes. How like fucked are we if we talk to this guy? 113 gold directly to prison. Where's this gonna put me? I'm gonna load. I'm not gonna accept this. You've been released after 1 day. Your blunt weapon skill has been decreased to 14. No. No, it hasn't. In that case, I mean, maybe she's outside. Maybe she's outside. Like, on the structure, not in the structure. I haven't really seen anyone outside. But, like, maybe? Otherwise, I feel like she's gonna be behind a locked door, and if that's the case, then I'm just, like, kinda screwed, I think. St. Olm's Canal North one. Oh, here we go. So there are just, like,
My time is
houses
precious,
like
so
this.
quick.
He is the Lord and Father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams and sweep our land clean of the Noir. Why have you denied him? All shall greet him as flesh or as dust. Okay. So this is a pro Dagoth poster. Quality restore willpower. Ooh, pretty soul gem. My crime would probably be reported if I just took that, but like if I killed her, there would be no witnesses to my crime. You know, and she doesn't really seem like an important NPC, and she's just left her money out in plain sight as well.
Now you die!
This is probably a waste of weapon durability, but there you go. And the money is mine. And the soul gem is mine. Shoutouts, Wooden Barrel. Alright, that was productive. Murdered for 8 gold. Yup. That's correct.
I'm waiting.
How can I ask everyone and nobody knows? No one knows. The only unique text is that guy who is like, I mean, I do know, but no. Like, he was doing the whole, like, me? No, I don't know what you're talking about. And then for money, he was like, I'm just can't remember. I'm not sure. And then I gave up at that point. But maybe I just need to bribe that dude like 100 gold, you know? Because he's my only lead right now. Is maybe I just need to dump more money into him. Yeah, literally me 5 minutes ago. How come people don't like me? Everyone is so mean to me. Also me. This is all expensive belt. 10 gold. That's not expensive.
You want something?
I do kind of wonder how they... Because, like, legit, the fact that, like, every single one of these things just has, like, different items in it. I wonder how they, like, did that. It must have been a very slow process if they did it manually, just, like, filling every crate in the game with random junk.
What's your story?
And it must have been done manually, because some of it kind of makes sense. We're like, yeah, here's his barrel full of food. There's his hound meat. It's, like, overall, I said it before, but this game kind of looks like ass, but there's a lot of depth in its detail, where, like, yep, sure did write a 50-page book and then just stick it on this shelf over here, you know? Stuff like that. It's like, damn, that is not normal. Okay, so we're gonna save in case this guy takes all my money. I'm gonna straight up just, like, dump cash into him. I mean, I could also... Now we're just getting the default text. Alright. Never mind then.
Let's
Do you guys know? I really feel like I've checked absolutely everything. And it's gotta be...
We're watching.
It's gotta be that she's behind a locked door. You know, I feel like it would be good comedy if they were like, ah, that's Sneak. I don't know where she is. It's like she's in your storeroom, stealing your stuff as we speak.
Make it quick,
I mean, can I just get the key?
I haven't much time.
Like, if I kill this dude, can I just have the key? I might have to do that. It does seem like the just like default NPCs like these guys are like not actually good fighters, so you can just kill them. Before I kill this guy, let me make sure he doesn't sell anything interesting. It doesn't look like he does though. So
What do you want?
now I'm just gonna beat him up, and I mean there is gonna be a witness to the crime. I don't know if they're gonna... I mean... You know what? I'm actually gonna load, and we are going to sit for a little bit to get my stamina back before we go in on this. That's the plan. I'm also gonna step away for a second. So please enjoy nothing while I wait for my stamina to come back. But yeah, I will be right back in a minute, and then we're gonna try to kill this guy and see if he drops the key. Alright, stamina full. Let's go for it. Where is he? You.
Speak, traveler.
He has so much health. My sword is definitely gonna break on him. I'm gonna have to repair it in the middle of the fight. Oh, I saw more nothings. I don't know. I have a lot of repair things. You cannot repair items during battle. Okay, hold up then. I mean, I don't think I can even damage him. Like, punching doesn't seem to work for doing damage in this game, at least not with whatever my unarmed stat is. Like, he just does not care. Of course, he can't damage me either, so this is just a little bit awkward. We're just in, like, a permanent boxing match. I'm gonna load and we're gonna repair the weapon before starting the fight. I don't know, there are some things about this game that just take a really long time. Like, my stream uptime is 53 minutes, right? 53 minutes of playing Morrowind today. Not quite. More like 45 minutes of playing Morrowind today. And in that time, I do feel like I've accomplished pretty much literally nothing. And you know, there are multiple reasons for that. But, yo. Yo, crazy. Thanks to the 38 months. I appreciate it a ton. Anyone needs some $1 shirts from China? Oh, no, not new game.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
It's I ate your pie subs, internet dirigible. So you could have subbed or something to get in, but yeah. Someone randomly, I got like a random gift sub a couple weeks ago, so I'm in for free. Let's go. Don't tell Pi that I didn't pay him to get in. Let's see. So now we're gonna repair the weapon. That's not really looking good enough, Flant. I think that if everything goes according to plan, I should get like a 22, which is like probably not good enough. I was looking at the results as they were coming in, and I feel like that's probably not good enough. Wait, why is this guy just starting at half health? Oh, it's because I'm like dealing massive damage because my weapon... Does weapon durability work that way? Wait, was my crime not reported?
I'm waiting.
Did Fedora Sethin just not see that? This guy didn't even drop the key. There was a tip saying durability affects damage. Okay, I didn't notice that. So durability does affect damage. We want the durability of our weapons to be high so that we can smack everything to death faster. But that guy did not have the key on him. I assume you're not going to have the key either. Like, you just seem like a customer, yeah. Okay, well. I mean, the store is mine now. I've taken it over. But there's literally nothing in this store that I care about. All the money is gonna be in this locked chest. I don't know. I'll probably do another 16 run just like after stream today. Maybe I'll just do it during stream. Just for fun. Maybe I'll actually stream it at the end of the stream when we're done playing Morrowind. But I don't think it's gonna go well. I don't think it's gonna go well.
Speak, Trevor. We're watching you. Scum.
Just that I don't think it's gonna be good enough for top 15. Yeah, I'm really not good. Somehow, someone at some point was like telling me that I'm a Super Mario 64 speedrunner, and I did not think anyone perceived me that way, but I hope nobody perceived me that way, because I'm super not. I will not be doing bomb clip. I will not be doing a lot of things.
Keep moving.
I'm not a sunshine runner either. I'm gonna become a sunshine runner. Yeah, the chain chomp bomb clip to get behind the gate. I was trying to learn that the other day and I gave up. That's where I'm at. But Shoehorse managed to learn it. Oh.
You have failed your fate.
I did not realize. Okay, so the crime was reported. Someone in particular. Maybe if I pick someone in particular. I might be like at the part where I look it up for where this guy is. I cannot find Adhiraner at all. I really feel like I've checked everywhere. If I just leave, did they follow me outside? Oh. Oh, there was more down here the whole time. I thought that led outside. I thought that led outside. Okay, no, actually, never mind. We're gonna find her. Also, check it off. Sewer level confirmed. How do I get up? How do I get up? I might load a save just to not be in the water. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. This is stupid, but that's what I'm gonna do. Also, it means I don't have to kill this guy, so that's good. I should be loading this save. Um... Yeah, not the elevator BLJ. That's not happening.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
I'm waiting.
I don't know. I've never really practiced Bowser throws as well because I feel like it's pointless to try to practice that.
We'll have no trouble.
I feel like it's hopeless for me to like try to do that. So who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Where the hell? There was a person down here before, but I guess that person must have randomly spawned in because they were gonna try to kill me. That must have not been a real person. This seems bad though. Like I feel like we've left St. Olms, you know? Yep, that's not an NPC. That's not a friendly NPC at all. Oh, yo, hold up. No.
Speak, traveler.
I mean, is this still... Oh my god, wait. Ad Your Honor, a census and excise agent has been prowling the canton, Fla, and this agent, whose name is Duvianus Platorius, has been showing an interest in Ad Your Honor. So my guess is that while the census and excise agent is making his apprentice, is making his appearance, Ad Her Honor will be hiding in the underworks. Swims pretty good for a kitty. Gets her inspiration from the census and excise, I reckon. Look for trapdoors down from the canal works level. Okay, so she's gonna be down in the sewers somewhere. That is actually huge. St. Olm's storage. My god, these rats are kicking my ass. Stop, rat. Stop, rat. You have violated the law. There's no one here to see if I just take all of the stuff in these chests, so like, don't mind if I do. Oh, that just took everything out of the... Hold up, no, now my inventory is full of junk. As opposed to before where it totally wasn't. Yeah, that'll do. Yo, steel spark axe. Well, it's an axe, so I'm not using that. All the good stuff is gonna be in the locked chests that I can't open. I don't know if I should, like, work on that somehow. I don't know how I can work on that. There's nothing that has a lock level of 5 or less that I could try to get open. I haven't found anything like that. I don't know. I guess back into the sewers to keep looking around. Ah, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have done this one. Nope. Back up, back up, back. I'm dead. When did I last save? Where's my last save? I think we're going back upstairs. I think I just lost everything. I definitely did just lose everything that I looted out of the storage room. But honestly, none of that stuff was that important.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Hello? Hello? Okay.
Any time now.
So I think I'm gonna not go that way. How's this been going? I think I've accomplished basically nothing in the last hour. I also don't know how to get out of water. Like, how do you get out of water? Like, get up there. Get up there. Like, the lip is right there. Just get up. Maybe I can talk to this NPC from the water? Would this be weird? Yeah, this works. So Kaya says to you, speak with Adhiraner, and you've done this thing. You are speaking with Adhiraner. Never talk about the Nerevarine or the Sixth House cult, because Adhiraner is at this moment very distracted by a census and excise agent. Yeah, not talking about that, not talking about that. Collectors of the Emperor's taxes and tariffs, who's outlawed trade in many things. Will enjoy being a pest about such things. For several reasons, a census and excise agent is not Adhiraner's favorite person. Make the bad agent go away. Does he have a name? Does he have a name? Also, how do I get out of the water? Like, oh, there's a little ramp here. Hey, Djibouti. I liked watching your Halo 3 run yesterday, Muck. It was very chaotic.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Cause he has no time.
Ours was a lot less like that because we had too many people who knew what we were doing, so we just kind of beeline to the end.
My
What do
time
you
is
want?
precious, so make it quick.
Well, here, I can ask background. And the census and excise person will say that they're the census and excise person.
Watch yourself.
Maybe...
Speak, traveler.
Can I ask you about the census and excise? No. Someone in particular... No. No, none of those people are who we want. You're nobody. Are you the census and excise person? Background. Nothing I would tell to you. Imperial tax collectors, so not gonna be this guy.
If you're here for trouble, you'll get more.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Commoner. Trader. Dude, now we're gonna have... Now I'm gonna spend the next however many minutes looking for this tax person.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I will listen, but make it quick.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
I'm waiting.
This guy is definitely a drug dealer. And there's gonna be nobody in here. Just this rat. I'm not going through all those boxes again. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's too annoying. I'm not doing that. I mean, maybe Ad Her Honor would have told me where to go. Like where... I'm going back. I'm going back to ask about it. My athletic skill has gone up a lot. Like, I started jumping everywhere yesterday, and my skill was at, like, 10 or something. And now it's at 30, and I really don't feel like anything has changed.
Khajiit has no words for you.
Census and excise agent. I mean, topic C. Yeah, I don't know. Like, is there... There was that NPC who led me here in the first place, who seems like they don't want to talk anymore. Oh, here we go. Yeah, a census and excise agent has been prowling the canton, so... Oh, and his name is Duvianus Platorius. There we go. Duvianus Platorius.
Speak quickly, Outlander.
So we are looking for Duvianus Platorius. And they should be somewhere in St. Olms. Like, maybe they lied to me about their job. Did I see Duvianus Platorius anywhere?
We're watching you.
I was asking everyone what their job... Oh, it's you. Right. Okay. So, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. You can't, like, lure people to follow you into places where you can then kill them peacefully. But... Just a friend. Just a friend, huh? So, how do I get you to, like, shove off? Oh, maybe I didn't have to pay this guy 100 gold. Lie. Okay, you could just lie to him. You don't even have to pay him 100 gold. That was pointless. I am not paying her taxes for her. We're just gonna tell this guy that he's gone. Or that she's gone. And then we're fine. Well, I feel like... I've spent like close to an hour and a half on this quest, and I feel like it's not supposed to take this long. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Let's hear it.
You, Ad Her Honor, went to the mainland. I was just heading back to the mainland myself anyway. Cool. Goodbye. Thanks for getting rid of the census and excise agent. Cool. Alright, let's go. At Your Honor knows nothing about the Naravarine cult. Nobody in her right mind pays any attention to this nonsense. Gotcha. That Your Honor does know about the Sixth House cult because it's about smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the Sixth House. Alright, well, I think we're in there then. I think we are officially in there, and I now have to travel back. I think we're done here. I think we're going back to Caius now, which is very far from here. Like, very far from here, but we're gonna detour. We're gonna detour to that house that I have the deed for, because I'm curious if it does something. And Seydanine is not far from here, I think, in the grand scheme of things. Where's the map? Map? World map? Seydanine is right here. Vivek is right here. So we can just, like, walk over. What? Okay. I'll pretend I didn't see that.
We're watching.
Just casually shoved through the floor. We're going north and then eventually west. I'd have to, like, start a new game and compare the jumping to be able to tell the difference. Like, I think it might be like a boiled frog situation where it's like each level in acrobatics is increasing my jump by so little that I never notice the difference. But overall, the difference has been like, there is a difference, but you just can't really tell unless you're like, you have the comparison there. Maybe it's that. It could be that, or it could just be doing literally nothing. We gotta go west at some point. I'm sure there will be a road sign. I'm just gonna follow the road because I'm boring. Jellyfish? I probably want nothing to do with that. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, I don't think he's actually coming for me. I think we're fine. We're fine. Ow. I mean, they're not coming at me, so maybe they're friends. I think they're friendly, giant, like, flying squid bugs. I think we're fine. What is this? This is just some dude's house. I have no stamina for this. That's a really funny looking enemy model. I like him. He looks like a fun guy. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna camp. Because you can just do that. You cannot rest, there are enemies nearby. Who? Oh, rat. Short blade skill keeps going up. I think that the max skills can get to is 100. So we're already like halfway there with the short blades. We want to keep going west, so I assume it is... No, we want to go up. Gotcha. I think I have the deed to someone's house here. Indrel. We are looking for Indrel or Indrel's house. And I don't know what's gonna happen, if anything is gonna happen. Like, this might just all be, like, not real. But I'm curious about it, so we're gonna look into it. Especially because it does seem like, it does seem like there are level requirements to start quests. Like, Caius will be like, come back later once I've come up with the quest for you. Or, you know, once you're stronger or something. Indrel. I have your thing. I have the deed to your house. The evil immortal enemy of the Tribunal Temple cult. He dwells in the fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin called Ash Vampires and by legions of deformed monsters. What? Red Mountain is the great volcano in the center of Vardenfell. The crater of Red Mountain is called the Dagoth-Ur region, where Dagoth-Ur and his evil servants dwell. The Tribunal built the Ghost Fence around Red Mountain to imprison Dagoth-Ur and his servants and to protect Morrowind from the blight storms that issue from Dagoth-Ur's crater. Huh. So... everyone's like, Nah, Dagothur, he doesn't exist anymore. The sixth house doesn't exist anymore. Meanwhile, this like random peasant is just like, oh yeah, he lives over there. Well, I own this house. I shouldn't have to pick the lock to get in. I am the landlord now. Muthsera Hlalu Velando Omani. Seal of the Cellar Indrel Wraithrion. This is my house. Let me in. I feel like there's no way there's not some kind of quest involving this, because, like, how... Like, they actually put it in the game. Like, these are real NPCs. The other dude is gonna be out there somewhere. And I can't even, like, give it to her or something. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that other dude. Maybe the quest would be to talk to that other dude. And he lives, like, God knows where. He probably lives in the, You know where he probably lives? Right here. The Hlalu part of Vivek. He probably just lives there, and that's why the deed is in Vivek. That was kind of a waste of time. Where's the bug? There's the bug.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
I hope this is everything he wants. Oh god, there's so much. Look at all of the crap to talk to him about. Sixth house. No. Orders. I have your report and I'll make copies of your notes from Julia and the Progress of Truth. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to Journeyman. You're doing good. Here's 200 drakes. Yeah. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes and go do some jobs for the guilds to keep your cover story current. Then when you're fit and rested, come back and I'll have new orders for you. So I guess... I don't know, is that? Is that quest complete? There's not like a, This game doesn't really have like a hard... like, quest tracker, you know? There's not really like a good... like, you've completed this quest. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, I think I've completed the quest, but I might have also just not completed the quest yet, you know? It seems like I have, though. Little advice, Mage's Guild, like... It's weird that he only reacted to what one of the people said, you know?
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
How's the reading simulator going? I'm reading really hard.
There's someone watching. I can tell.
Well, there is a main story quest and like an ending and everything. It's not like pure sandbox. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, we are working towards a clear end. It's been a minute since I was even in Balmora, so I gotta remember where everything is. Where is Guild? I don't think so. I mean, the main story, that was a main story quest that we just handed in. Talking to that guy and getting info on the Nerevarine cult. But then it seems like in multiple points, this guy is just like, you know, I'll have new orders for you soon. In the meantime, you should go out and do some quests for a guild, you know? Um, so now we're gonna go do a guild quest is the plan. And then hopefully that'll make him have a new quest for me. But it's aside from like which guild you choose to join and do quests for on the side and stuff like that. I think the main story quest is kind of just the main story quest. I don't think it's like moral choices type of stuff. That doesn't really seem to be an Elder Scrolls thing, as far as I can tell. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I've never really associated this series with like having to like do moral choices and like that affecting the outcome of the story. Maybe at the end there will be a choice of endings, but I don't think there are like different routes to accomplish things in this game at all. Right, the Telvanni agents shit. We had started this quest and I gave up on it because it was confusing. Maybe I should try to... I wonder if you can join multiple guilds, because that might honestly be the play. Like, the quests from the Fighters Guild just seem like they ramp up kind of quickly. But maybe I can just, like, join the Guild of Mages and the Guild of Fighters, you know? And just do some stuff for the mages. Yeah, join the Mages Guild. You have to take the Mage's Oath. Perform duties by the Master of the Guild. Always share your knowledge with the other guild members. Yeah, that's easy. Great, you're now in the guild. Give me some duties. I don't have any duties for an associate. Speak with Ajira.
All
So you
right.
can just join multiple guilds. Damn, that thing has a value of 6,000 and I could just pick it up off the desk. 6K if I can grab it. I look at all of this stuff. It's all like, there's like 10,000 gold just sitting right here. Really tempting to just like steal it all and ruin everything, but I'd probably die. I think I would die if I did that.
Yes, Red Guard. What do you want?
There's Jira. Must study local mushrooms. Ajira needs samples of luminous Rasula, violet caprinus, bungler's bane, which I threw out some of earlier, whoops, and Haifa fascia. All of these can be found on the Bitter Coast. Go south along the River Odine until you see the wooden bridge. Get out of the river there and find a path west over the hills. Okay. Ajira warns you not to eat Bungler's Bane. And do I did dump the Bungler's Bane, didn't I? I still have it. No, we're good on the Bungler's Bane. Sick. This I'm gonna dump, this I'm gonna dump, and this I'm gonna dump. And also I have some trash to sell before we head out of town.
You have my attention.
But hopefully I can just, like, do this. And then continue main story quest. It does sort of seem like main story quest might be... Because I think that last time we finished a quest for the Fighters Guild, and then he still didn't have orders for me. And it wasn't until I hit level 3 that he was, like, ready to continue. So I do kind of wonder if it's like a... Like, do you actually need to hit level 4, and it doesn't have anything to do with specific, like, number of quests completed or anything like that, or progression through guilds? I do not know. Hold up, looking at the map. What are we even looking for exactly? I think we're, like, trying to get down here or something. We were told, the swamps of the Bitter Coast, following the river Odai south of Balmora until I see a wooden bridge, and then go west from there. Where's the bridge? That's gonna be something for sure. Yeah. Oh, I think I actually had that and dumped it on the floor. I think I had that too. Whoops. There's some Bungler's Bane there I already have. I'll grab a second one just in case we accidentally need two. I kind of doubt that I need two, but just in case, it's good to have two. The other thing we are looking for is... Hypha fascia. Hypha fascia is... Do we have lore on that? Did I ask? Looks like Bungler's Bane. It's a shelf on trees. Gotcha. I mean, the Xbox is a very capable console. I'm not really sure that there's much of anything of the era that couldn't run on Xbox. Obviously, by the later part of the generation, that's not quite true anymore. But this is like a 2003 game. I feel like pretty much any game on PC from 2003 ought to have worked on Xbox. Not that I'm like the world's foremost expert on like what games were coming out on PC at the time, but like just thinking about it, you know, there's no like what, you know, like what wouldn't work on the Xbox? It should all work. And I mean, this game literally looks like this, so... Like, when you look like this, it's not hard. You know, it's a very complex game as far as, just the amount of, like, data in the world, the amount of stats that you have, and that's sort of, like, not common for console gaming. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. Here we go, hypophagia. I don't know. I'm not that surprised. I could be wrong. Please, I do not have the knowledge of the Xbox. Please do not heed my words as the gospel. This is just what I think is probably true. Like, I don't know, Half-Life 2 is a fucked up Xbox port, but that's like 2004. That's like a little later. And also Half-Life 2 is like a really high-tech game, I think, because of like the physics simulation and stuff. And its graphics are just pretty good for the era, though I don't know. I don't know, like I'm not even really sure what it would have looked like in 2004, because that's one of those things. This is Zoomer moment for me, but like they've updated Half-Life 2 over the years. And in those updates, they've made it look better. Like, they've upgraded the engine and things like that. So like, Half-Life 2 today is not exactly the same as Half-Life 2 if you played it when it came out. Yeah, it's on here. I feel like it's insane that the same console has a port of like the original Roller Coaster Tycoon and also Half-Life 2 on it, just as far as like they feel like games from totally different eras to me, you know? And they're coexisting on the Xbox, best console ever. I'm supposed to be down there, by the way. I don't think it's good that I'm up here. Yeah, I'm like, where the hell is Balmora? Balmora is up there. We're just like totally off on this. I've been walking in the wrong direction. I mean, this is the bridge, right? Yes. Balmora is there. Yeah, Hydro, when he heard I was gonna play Morrowind, I think he started angling for me to play on PC with some mods, and I was just like, no. I had to reject him. It makes sense under the skin. Like, think about it like this. PC monitors were really good. But, like, if you're playing a game on your TV with composite cables and not, like, you know, VGA computer monitor, like, top-tier CRT stuff, like, computer monitors are just way clearer than TVs. That's just, like, a fact of the era. So for making the console version, it makes sense they would have chosen a font that's more readable. I don't know, it's probably the composite video more than the TV versus monitor thing. It's probably just composite video versus VGA makes all the difference. This game's also way lower res. I don't know what would have been considered typical to play Morrowind on at the time, but I'm guessing... Oh, this is Fighters Guild, wrong one. I'm guessing 800 by 600 would have been pretty typical. I don't know if that would have been considered a stretch for 2000s PC gaming. Whereas this is like, you know, I've got the high-end setup here. It's 480p, but lots of gamers would have been playing in 480i, which will just make everything look like ass as well. So that's just like everything is just working against the console version in terms of like being able to read the words. We were on 1024 by 768 if we could. Yeah, I just don't, I don't know, zoomer moment by me on that one. Because I know for the 90s, 800 by 600 is a stretch. Like that's like a higher end thing in the late 90s, I think. Let's see, duties. Oh, right, you were not a Jira. You were a Jira. I mean, yeah, I have it. Yes, here they are. Where are these samples? Oh, what did I miss? I missed one of them. Hang on. Duties, mushrooms, luminous, violet, luminous Rasula. That's the one that I missed. Shit. We're going back. Short, smelly toadstool, which is brown on top. Gamers, we're going back. And here's the violet crap that I dropped on the floor that I totally didn't even need to pick up. And yeah, okay. They even had 1024 and above in the early 90s. Well, stuff like that is like, I don't know. Like, there's a difference between what existed and what was typical, right? Like, the Mage Guild mushroom quest taking another streamer's soul. Is this a common experience? I forgot one of the mushrooms. I totally just forgot Luminous Rasula even existed. It's not that far. It's not that far. Because, like, they had HD TV broadcasting in Japan in the early 90s. I don't think it was quite 1080, but it was, like, very high res. But that's, like, you cannot say that people were, like, watching HD video in the early 90s. Like, no. 12 people in Japan were, and they were having the time of their lives. Everybody else was not. 800 by 600 was normal in the late 90s. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I was aware of what resolution my computer was running at until like 2009, let's say. Started getting more into things around then. And by then I had the glorious pleb resolution of 1366 by 768, of course. There's my Luminous Rasula. Yeah, it was a laptop. Yeah, full disclosure, when I run polls on stream, or when I, like, you know, when I like the starting soon screen, all of that stuff. That program is 1280 by 720. I feel pretty good about 720p. I do a lot of things in 720p whenever I'm like making stuff. Same aspect ratio as 1080, so it scales conveniently. And to me, 720 is pretty HD still. You know, I'm not like a believer in 4K. I mean, you know, pixels are pixels, more is more, but I'm not like one of those guys who's like, you know, 4K looks so much better. Like, I straight up can't tell the difference between 4K and 1080 most of the time. So, I don't know. I feel that 720 is fine. It's worse than that under the skin. You wanna know what you've been looking at? You've been looking at 720 scaled up to 1080 because the OBS canvas resolution is 1080, and then scaled back down to 720 because I stream at 720 for bitrate reasons. So, LMAO, dude, it looks like shit. I meant to go in and fix it, but then Discord Wars started, so I've been busy. But I really want to go in and just make, yeah, you can change the OBS canvas. And I've been meaning to go remake the OBS, like change the OBS canvas to 720. I've been meaning to do that for years, but I was really gonna do it like a couple days ago, and then I just got distracted. It means I have to remake all of my layouts, which is just kind of annoying. So I haven't done it. But that would be good, because that would remove the upscaling and downscaling step. Because I've noticed looking at my stream VODs that it looks like shit, and I think that's why. I think that's why it looks so bad. It defaulted to 1080, and by the time I became conscious of the fact that I shouldn't be doing this, I had already made so many layouts, so it's hard to, like, go back and fix it, you know? There we go. These are the samples, can write the report. Okay, now Ajira is gonna be a journeyman. Good for you. Ajira thinks you can use these. 4 cheap restore health, that's pretty good. I have more duties for you. Ajira made a bet with Galbadir. Alright, Galbadir. Ajira would be a journeyman before Galbadir. Now Ajira must study these mushrooms. Ajira wants you to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Ajira has made a fake soul gem. Take it and put it in Galbadir's desk upstairs. She'll be coming downstairs to talk with Maraine Dren. So no one will see you do this thing. Great. I feel like Ajira is gonna get fired from the Mages Guild.
What is this about?
Yep, there's Galbadir. Going down the stairs. Is this Galbadir's desk? Sure is. Take the lesser soul gem and plant a fake soul gem. Yeah, my internet is very good. I don't have internet issues. It's actually more like, on behalf of people who do not have as good internet, I try to, well, I don't know. It's tough, like, the whole streaming thing. Like, I want my bitrate to be really high because then the stream looks better. But if it's too high, then it'll screw over people who have bad internet. I think I assume I have quality options, like, all the time. I have enough viewers that they ought to give me quality options. But I know before people have mentioned to me that it can be hard to watch a stream without quality options if the bitrate is too high. Yeah, I did it. I have done it. I have done it. It's in the desk, dude. Ajira thanks you. Let's see. There's Galbadir. Step right up, Tapioca. Look over my collection of scrolls. My Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year edition. How about the flashy and cheap Taldam Scorcher to burn your foes? This guy sucks. I'm actually down with poisoning him or whatever we just did. He seems annoying. Let's see if maybe it's a time passing thing. I don't know. Let's see if we're good to continue main story quests now. Crappiest internet out of your watchers and you just turn it to 480p. I don't know if you'd have the crappiest internet. I was thinking of Matrix 3D when I was saying that. And he lives down in Argentina and his internet is pretty horrible.
Well met.
Your internet is off satellite? Okay, you might actually win then. I also know a number of Australians, so terrible internet. You know, you're in a terrible internet competition and your opponent is Zobel. Trying to stream fucking moths off that website and Discord stream it. We need an Ashlander informant. I have heard of a fellow in Aldrin named Hasor Zain Subani. Damn, satellite internet in the Australian outback. Yeah, that you probably win then, actually. I think that is about as bad as it can get. Just got fiber and cannot tell the difference. Feel bad for the dial-uppers. I can definitely tell the difference. I used to back where I used to live like a bunch of years ago, our internet was like 10 to 15 up usually. And it was really bad. It was really bad to have to download anything. It would take like forever. And now things are just like, oh, I got a 10 gigabyte game to download. All right, bam. And then just like, I'll just go to the bathroom and then I'll come back and it'll be like 80% done. It's so good. Whereas that would used to be like a pretty serious commitment, downloading like, I don't know, like a DVD. Like if you wanted like a 4.7 gigabyte Xbox game, that was like a pretty serious commitment to downloading that back then. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take 100 drakes, find out what he likes, and give him a gift. Oh, and get him a gift. Then give him the gift and see if he'll tell you about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. Gotcha. Where are the Ashlanders, though? Ashlander who left the wastes to become a wealthy trader in Aldrin. I'm not sure where to find him. But I'd try the Aldscar Inn in Aldrin first. Alright, and Aldrin is... Take the road north from Balmora to Caldera. Exit Caldera through the northwest gate, though Aldrin is nearly due north as the racer flies. The road swings far to the west to avoid the ash wastes, curving to the east, even southeast before approaching Aldrin. Is it a long trip? You could just go there on a bug. Okay, we're just gonna go there on a bug. I cannot be bothered. That sounds like half an hour of walking. We're going there on a bug.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
See, now my download is like... Although I will say, this is a problem. My download is like 700-ish now, I think, which like, hell yeah. But I don't get anywhere close to that on like specifically Steam downloads, which is where a lot of big downloading happens, you know? Steam just like is still slow as hell. I don't know what that's about. So actually, a fairly large game still takes a while for me to download a lot of times. I feel like other people have it faster than me, though. Travel. Yeah, it's only 19 GP. It's not even that much. You too may become diseased. I like this guy. The crazy floating skull man. Alright, we find ourselves in Aldrun. Where are we? Like, on the map. Okay, that wasn't even that far north of Caldera. We could have probably walked there. No. Megabytes. You don't even get 100 kilobytes unless it's oh my god. What the fu- How are you watching this? That seems completely impossible. The rat in the pot. Guild of Mages. Man, this is a very different looking area up north of Caldera. Yeah, right, PMC. He's got the real player installed to watch the stream. We'll be downstairs reading or in the back room.
Make it quick, Outlander.
In the literal embodiment of the stop spamming the chat. My laptop is burning my legs copy pasta. One of my all-time favorites for sure. Guys, can you please stop spamming the chat? My mom just bought me this laptop and it gets really hot when you spam the chat, so please stop. It is burning my legs. Where's the back room? Hello? There's no more doors. The back room is gonna be like literally out back. Like I gotta go around the back. Yeah, that is a paper question thing for sure. No, nothing back here. Only a weird lip for me to get stuck on.
Speak, traveler.
We'll be downstairs reading or in the back room below the bar. Good day. He has his own room here. He was born in Ashlander and knows their speech and custom. Is that what you want to know? Yes, it is. Oh, wait. These stairs are different.
The prey approaches. I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Really? That is a super weird bug. I mean, that does sound like something I would do in this game. Get horribly lost and run in circles repeatedly. Yep. That checks out. A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Alright, well, what would a thoughtful gift for you be like? A gift that shows you have taken care to learn something of the receiver. I love poetry. No stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to me by a stranger shows the giver respects me and has made a special effort to know and please me. Alright, so we're finding a poetry book then. Wait. goodbye.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
That is super weird. New kind of way for the Twitch player to break just dropped, I guess. Am I gonna have to... A book of poetry. Should I go get the less rude song from Vivek? I think that that's the play here. I'm gonna save because I don't feel like doing all of this for nothing. Like, if he doesn't like the book, then I'm just gonna load the save that I can keep my travel money. It's gonna be kind of expensive to bug all the way to Vivek and get the book and come back, but I'm gonna do it. What do I think of Morrowind so far? I honestly don't know what I think of Morrowind so far. I can't even get to Vivek like that. We're gonna have to go to Balmora, and then maybe from Balmora you can get there, or maybe you just have to walk. This is gonna take forever. This is like not value at all. There's probably a bookstore in that city.
Same load.
This is so not value. Travel, Vivek. Yeah, I'm spending like 80 gold to do this in travel costs.
Same load.
I haven't really like... It's hard to say like what I think of it because I feel like I haven't... I don't know, when a game is this complicated, I feel like I just don't understand it more than anything. Like, I am accomplishing quests, like I'm finishing quests, I'm accomplishing things, I'm leveling up, I'm beating people in combat, but I still feel like I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, even though I've been playing for 7 hours, and that's probably just a skill issue, you know? Like, I am not necessarily blaming the game or anything, but I feel kind of like I'm just fumbling around and not really interacting with the game to the fullest extent possible. And that makes me sort of feel bad. I think some people are probably like really into that sort of idea of playing a game where like there's so much depth that you don't necessarily even know all of it at once. But to me, I'm just like, I'm confused. Help. That's more what I'm like. So you gotta find some poetry, and I think that the less rude song is gonna be good. I'm really curious what this even is. Like, I read the less rude song earlier, and it was... it rhymes. You know, it's in verse, it's poetry. Not necessarily good poetry, but it is poetry. My athletics at this point is, let's see. $38. Playing Fallout 3 for the first time, cowering in corners for the first 10 hours. Yeah, I don't know. This is also like, I'm really not... Like, I don't play Western RPGs pretty much hardly ever. I've like played bits and pieces of a few different of them, and I've played like 1 or 2 bad ones that no one cares about, but for the most part, this is like a genre that I have no familiarity with. And you know, this is a complicated entry in that genre, not as opaque or complicated as like older games, but not nearly as accessible as the ones that they make today still, I think. Yeah. That's why Arx Fatalis was gonna be on the Games I'm Afraid Of list, PMC Trilogy. That's why Arx Fatalis was on that poll. Next to, like, Commandos 2 and weird console RTSs. Now we go Balmora. Favorite RPG? I've played a number of JRPGs. That's definitely something that I'm a lot more familiar with than Western ones. And I think I'm just gonna be like ultra basic. Cause like I'm not even that big of a JRPG fan either. Like I don't know. So like my embarrassing answer is probably Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Honestly. The banger game, what can I say? I wish I were paying attention to where things were in this town. Actually, I think it's just this. Yeah. It is, but it's not a very, like, sophisticated answer. It's, you know, it doesn't make me look cool. I'm not like, well, it's this obscure little game you've probably never heard of before. It was only released in Japanese, so of course I learned Japanese just to play it, and then you'd be like, oh, man, this guy knows his shit. Like, I'm just like, it's the Mario game. I like Mario. I have a book for you. I don't think he likes this poetry. Yeah, I am, you're definitely right, Chris. Going into GameCube thing, I was, I was, like, legitimately afraid of my ability to beat the JRPGs that were on that console. I was, like, not sure if I was going to be able to beat Skies of Arcadia and Baten Kaitos and stuff like that. But I did. And aside from Baten Kaitos Origins, it was mostly, like, fine. I didn't really get stuck or anything, so I don't know. I am more unbothered by JRPGs now than I used to be. Um, I'm a lot more confident that I can play through them than I was at the start of all of this. Yeah, the game on Xbox that I'm most afraid of is Daisen Ryaku 7, which is like a Japanese like hex grid strategy game, like serious business shit, where you like move your tanks around into position and all of that stuff. It's like serious business wargaming on the Xbox, made by Chemco for some reason. So that's like, there are just a number of factors about that that's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, just the fact that it's Daisen Ryaku in the first place is like this long-running series of like weird strategy games. And it's like, what is this exactly? Secondly, developed by Chemco, who make pretty much exclusively terrible games. That's like, alright. And then on top of that, it's just like a whole genre. Like, the strategy game is like, that could just be really hard. And there could also be tons of missions, you know? So I'm really not sure how Daisen Ryaku 7's gonna go. I don't know. I mean, I don't know your skill level at things. Why am I here? But I will say that, again, aside from Baten Kaitos Origins, the JRPGs on the GameCube are actually not that hard, I thought. The playthrough of Skies of Arcadia was pretty uneventful. Yeah, they straight up released it in the United States on the Xbox as Daisen Ryaku 7 Modern Military Tactics. That's the full name of the game. They did not like translate that. There's the clothes guy. I'm trying to find the pawnbroker to see if he has the poetry book we want. General merchandise might be good.
I will listen, Outlander, but
Can you stay focused for 30 plus hours? Yeah. I feel that. I actually found that I enjoyed streaming RPGs quite a bit. I know from talking to Pi that Pi like doesn't like streaming RPGs that much because he feels like they're bad for his stream, but I actually ended up kind of liking streaming the RPGs. Oh, my mercantile skill went up. That's not a useful book to me though. That's not poetry. It's kind of fun to like get into it and follow. You know, you sort of go on a longer journey. Pawnbroker. Yeah, I definitely kind of get that. Maybe the Pilgrim's Path is poetry. Oh, my journal's been updated. The pilgrim must visit each shrines of the 7 graces. What did... I have read the Pilgrim's Path and marked the location of each shrine on my map. What? Okay. Apparently that's a quest. If you want to go on a pilgrimage. Has he got any books? He's got no books. He loves poetry. Perhaps a bookseller, merchant, or pawn shop nearby. I mean, maybe there's a bookseller nearby, like an actual bookseller. Bookseller, there you go. Yeah, I like that too. It's interesting to play a game that requires like science. Like I definitely I think what I've found from doing console challenges and from having, you know, now streamed like 500 plus games on stream and beaten them and all of that stuff. I do really like games that sort of force you to engage and get good and stuff like that. This dude has Caius's face. Everywhere I go, I see him. Dude, a Lessered song is right here. I did not have to travel across the entire map to buy that book. Like, I really like having to come up with strategies and do them. Compared to, like, I don't know, when we play, like, crappy movie games or something, and it's just, like, you just kind of, like, play through it without even really thinking about what you're doing, because it's so easy. Well, I don't know which one of these... Words of the Wind. Ashland Hymns. Let's go with Ashland Hymns. Yo, producer, thank you a ton for the 42 months. I appreciate it a whole ton, dude. I hope you are doing well. Where are you? Ashland paper. He just sells paper. Games that have impressed me way more than they should have. I've literally just played way too many games. It's hard. It's hard to pluck a game out of my memory without seeing the full list. People ask different questions all the time, and I just always like have default answers because I can't think of everything. There have definitely been games that I didn't think were going to be good that were then awesome. Monster House, of course. Maximum Chase was just something random plucked out of obscurity that was awesome. That didn't really impress me though, as much as it was just like, damn, this is sick. I can't believe they made this. Oh yeah, somewhat recently, this was on the Xbox. We played the Red Star, which was not officially released. It got a PS2 release, but the Xbox version was finished and then never released. So we played the leaked Xbox version, and that game was actually super good. I expected that game to be like kind of bad actually, and then it ended up being like a really solid beat 'em up with like shmup bosses, which is just like hell yeah. The shmup bosses were so sick. This is a gift for me? I am amazed. A copy of Ashland Hymns. Simple sentiments, simply stated. I gratefully accept your gift. My people have never loved the written word. I thank you and I honor your courtesy. It would please me to return your courtesy by answering your questions. Naravarine Cult. I liked Knights of the Temple Infernal Crusade on GameCube a lot more than I thought I was going to. That game... I don't think that game is necessarily for everyone, but I thought it was pretty sick. It starts off like pretty basic, but it just gets like increasingly crazy as you keep playing it. Where like you're just some like crusader dude, and at some point you have to like descend down into hell, and then you like climb back up out of hell, and then the final boss is like an evil preacher who turns into a fucked up monster, and the boss is like really hard. It was pretty good. Like, I loved fighting that boss, because, again, you gotta, like, do science and figure out a strat. Like, just using the attacks is not gonna work. Yeah, and you kept getting these weapon upgrades that would be like, this sword was forged in heaven by, you know, the fallen angel so-and-so, and it's just like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like, the theming was just so good in that game. They worship the great Ash... Wait. The Naravarine cult worships the great Ashkan and Hortator. Hortator? Like potato. Naravar, Moon, and Star, who in ages past destroyed the evil godless dwarves. Yeah. Fuck those dwarves. And banished the treacherous Dagoth-Ur and his foul hosts beneath the Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence in Ashlander worship, and only among the Urshilaku do its followers Urshilaku. Tell me about that. Tell me about Urshilaku, please. Are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands in the west Gash in the northwest of Vardenfell. Ashkan Sul Matul is their chief. Warrior protector, the camp. Moves with the herds, but usually is close to the Sea of Ghosts north of the village of Margon. God, it just keeps going. Margon is a small village north of Aldrin. A road goes there. It is a long and difficult road. Just take the Silt Strider. Alright, well. Oh, did I say Smashing Drive? Because Smashing Drive, that's not an... I mean, personally, I really like... I don't know, I like arcade-type games and stuff. Smashing Drive is just like a really wild 1 hour gaming experience. I definitely recommend it. Same as Maximum Chase. It's like... games like that, like you must have been so disappointed if you went to the store and bought that game and then came home at full price, whatever they were selling it for, and came home and were done in an hour. It must have been so disappointing at the time. But nowadays, you know, we can look back on things a bit differently. And I'm super down to play like a 1 hour batshit insane experience. Like, I think that's good. I think those are fun. Answered my questions about the Ashlanders and the Naravarine cult. Oh, there we go. Journal's been updated. So yeah, we definitely had to ask him about the Ashlanders. Yo, Arius, thanks for the raid. Welcome to Reading Stream. We're playing Morrowind. First ever blind playthrough of The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind is happening. There's too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders. Most of all, if you're visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. Views on the Ashlanders and Foreigner. It just keeps going. They wrote so much text. They filled the DVD with just words, honestly. 4.7 gigabytes of text. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods would fuck off. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. It is shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them. Okay. So, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders would cheerfully give up their lives to win such a war. Gotcha. What else did you want me to talk about? Where did those other options go? Challenges. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action. This is gonna happen in the game at some point. We're gonna offend one of these dudes. Or may represent customary former challenges of status or ritual. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women. Some are welcoming and some are hostile. Gotcha. I think we're good to go here. Oblivion isn't that brown. Oblivion is very bloom heavy. Oblivion is like one of the bloomest games of all time. I think. It's up there with like the Wind Waker HD and the reboot of Syndicate as just like, good lord. What are they doing? Alright, back to Balmora. We're probably good here.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
One of these days, I'm gonna just like blindly step forward. Because like it puts you...
Same low price.
Like it puts you like this. As far as I know, I'm just about to walk off a cliff. Like if I do this... Bam. One of these days, I'll just do that by accident. Anyway, back to Caius. You know, they did announce Elder Scrolls 6 ID, so yes, they are. The Elder Scrolls 6 was announced, I want to say in like 2016, something like that, an incredibly long time ago. They showed a JPEG that said the Elder Scrolls 6. I have to go find it now. The Elder Scrolls VI. To date, I believe this is the only thing they've ever shown, and from the file name, it looks like that was 2018. They showed this image, and that's it. So, like, there you go. So it is happening, but I think they said that Elder Scrolls 6 was sort of put on the back burner, or like not really put in development at all until they were done with Starfield, which they're now done with. And I think probably Starfield sold well, but like bombed in terms of like reception, you know? Like I bet that like first week sales were like 4 million. You know, I'm just pulling a number out of my ass, but I bet they sold millions of copies week 1, and then it just like fell off a cliff as word got out that the game is really boring. A sci-fi RPG set in an office, for the record, that sounds pretty good. I love what's that game? Control. I love the aesthetic of Control, where the whole game takes place in like a shitty 1960s office. That whole thing is just like, I don't know. So like if you want to do sci-fi, but in the future everyone just works in space cubicles, I think there's something there. Yeah, 11 million players, but that's like, that's literally just like how they like cook the numbers these days. Or like, yeah, like how many of those were Game Pass players who didn't buy the game? You know, like Game Pass, I know there's constant back and forth discourse about Game Pass and like what it does to just like the industry as a whole. But I think it's pretty common sense that Game Pass probably eviscerates game sales and is bad, you know? I feel like that's like, of course it is. Like, Microsoft will try to pretend different, but like, come on now. You're telling me that I can spend $5 and then play the new game and then unsubscribe? Like, yeah, there you go. Didn't have to just spend $70 on Starfield or whatever they charged for it. I truly don't understand. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshalaku camp. I'm sending you to the Urshalaku camp to speak with Sul Matul and Nibani Maisa. Before you go, it might be time to tell you what's going on. I'm pretty sure what's going on is that I am the reincarnation of Nerevar, sun and moon. The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of the meeting... Wait, the Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies, yeah. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me, so you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Gotcha. As you'll see in this decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesized Nerevarine? Is interesting. At first I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive imposter, but now I don't know what to think. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously. Gotcha. As a Windows sysadmin who lives and works in Redmond, things are falling apart at Microsoft. I don't know what. It's that kind of sad you played Yakuza 3 to 5 on the $1 Game Pass. I played the 6 PC port on Game Pass. So I don't actually own 6 on PC. I just played it on Game Pass day one and then uninstalled and unsubscribed. I don't think I've ever wished I owned a game that I played on Game Pass, because the only games I ever play on Game Pass are like random things that I would definitely never pay for, you know? Like Yakuza 6. The heads of the Nerevarine cult, sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. Here's $200. Pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. Essential supplies. See those guys at Fort Moonmoth. I've asked them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you. You'll want the cure potions. I hear the blight is very bad up north. Use divine intervention if you find you're over your head. It'll get you safe to an Imperial cult shrine. Interesting. Got the one-click teleport out from RuneScape. Microsoft is basically focusing entirely on Copilot and AI ventures, laying off people left and right and making all their business-focused apps worse constantly. Yeah, the whole AI thing, definitely, there's a lot of discourse about that online. Like, so much discourse, of course. And you know, people are saying that, like, all this AI stuff, I don't know. I don't even really know where I stand as far as, like, because there are plenty of people who are just like, this is all shit, it's all a bubble, the bubble's gonna burst, this is all gonna fail. You know, AI is the same as, you know, it's the same as, like, NFTs and shit like that, where it was just like, and the metaverse, where like, man, remember when every article in business news was about the metaverse? And like, yeah, that bombed. We're done with that. Like, that didn't work. And a lot of people say that AI is going to be another one of those things. You know, like going back and watching Rocky 4 and he's got like a robot butler, and it's like, man, they thought that was the future. They thought we were going to have robot butlers.
I'm waiting.
But I don't know. There's something stickier about AI in my view, as far as like, I think that's Rocky 4, right? It's one of the Rocky movies where he has a humanoid robot butler. Because like the fact is that the metaverse didn't do fucking anything. They were just making MMOs but worse. And like NFTs were just JPEGs but they cost money now. So like that's all really stupid. But it is a fact that like quote unquote AI, you know, the bundle of technologies that we call AI, you know, it does produce images. It literally does produce images. So it does something. You know, if you ask it a question, it will usually answer correctly if it's, you know, if the correct answer is in its training data somewhere. Sometimes it'll bullshit you and just be confidently wrong, which is sort of a big problem. Moonmoth Fort was like, I'm actually gonna go back and ask. I ran into Moonmoth Fort. I think it's near Caldera, but I have to find out. I don't want to just run in the wrong direction for 20 minutes. Whenever I walk by this guy, he's like, "Greetings, sleeper. You are Nerevar. It's time to get woke." Like they he says some kind of thing about waking up.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
All right, Fort Moodmoth, the Imperial Legion southeast of Balmora. Okay, I was totally gonna go the wrong way then. Southeast of Balmora. Oh, there it is. It's literally on my map.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, the morality of it is a whole different issue. Definitely lots of people really want it to be a bubble and it all just goes away. This is a difficult subject to speak on completely off the cuff while playing video games at the same time. I'm not very good at these things. Artist, and you got shafted so many jobs. Yeah. Literally, it's like it's not even an issue of whether or not like it could do your job, just as much as, you know, what matters is that the boss thinks it can, right? Like, yeah, it'll do a shitty job maybe, but doesn't matter. Everything just gets worse forever, Lamau. But yeah, I was reading a thing the other day where some dude, some like prominent AI critic dude was saying that, you know, he felt that because there's no innovation happening in tech otherwise, they have to like force AI into everything, and that's why they do it. You know, that's why Copilot is shoved into everything, and you get pop-ups about how epic Copilot is every 8 seconds when you use Windows 11, and there's a little Copilot button in the corner of every single Microsoft program for some reason. You know, what else they got? And that feels somewhat correct. So where is essential supplies? Who is gonna give me that stuff? Sommudius Vunus and Crulius Pontanian. Alright. Gonna hang out with my friend Crulius, who's definitely a good guy. That's a name we give to a nice person. Will I do the expansion packs? They are in this, like I'm playing the Game of the Year version, so the expansion packs are here. You know, we can ask pretty much every NPC in the game. We'll see if this guy... Yeah, we can ask like every NPC in the game about the DLC. Solstheim, a terrible place I've heard. That's what they all say. And every NPC in the game directs you to where we can go do Blood Moon or Tribunal or whichever one it is. But I don't know that I will. I don't know that I actually will. Urfing. Urla. Maybe upstairs. Wait, what is this guy's name? Rad Hard Heart. Interesting. Naspis. Paragon. Oh, there's Crulius. Essential supplies. I've chosen from my best scroll stocks. We've been given a whole bunch of stuff. Divine Intervention, Second Barrier, Warrior's Blessing, Purity of Body. Purity of Body is going to be the healing ones. Hold up, let me check the inventory. I am carrying so much garbage. I have to do something about this. Like, I just have all of these notes that I think I can drop. I'm going to drop them next time I get to Caius's house, because that just seems like I'm always going back to Caius's house. So I can sort of use his house as a bank, I think. Oh god, there are rats here. We're in the middle of the fort. How did the rats get here? Anyway, I am going to step away for a sec. I will be right back, and then I guess we'll try to get to that village. I think we gotta walk back to Balmora, and then Siltstrider to that city I was just in, and then north from there, something like that. But yeah, I'll be right back.
Where did I put that?
Alright, I'm back. That is correct. The guy who composed the music did get canceled. He was up to some shit, and someone finally posted that he was up to some shit. And then that was it for him. I don't know if he's ever come back. He did the soundtrack for the early Harry Potter games too, which I find very funny. Those games have become like a canceled person singularity.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Alright, so I'm just gonna use this guy's house as a bank. I'm sure he won't mind, and I'm sure I won't regret this when his house starts taking 8 minutes to load. But I don't need directions to Caius's house anymore, you know? You can just dump all of that. There's a bunch of junk here as well. It's just like rat meat, don't need that. I'm carrying around all these crap weapons I'm not even using. The Daggerfall soundtrack. I used to watch someone who did some Daggerfall speedruns, and the town music in that game is so funny. I'm gonna play it on stream actually, because we're in a town. Hold up. Hold up. We're in a town right now. This it? Oh, this is like a good version though. This is a good version. It's a remake of the soundtrack. Where's the original? Where's the original? That's not what I'm looking for. Where is it? No. Dude, does nobody just like have the Daggerfall music on YouTube? Where the fuck? How can I not find this? It's all remakes. Nobody actually uploaded. Nobody's what? It's all remakes. Everyone's just uploading remixes of the music and not the actual song. What is this shit? HQ remake. Oh well, can't find it. Can't find it. Bunch of dishonest DOS gamers who have like fancy audio equipment that makes the soundtrack sound like not ass,
Just for you. Same low.
when it in fact is ass. Yo, thanks for the 100 bits funeral cakes. I appreciate it a ton, dude. So I'm pretty sure we're going north out of here. I should save before I leave, because I feel like things are about to get crazy. With the whole, like, here we're gonna give you all these items, that's like... Now, why are they giving me this? But I distinctly remember that when you enter a town in Daggerfall, it plays ridiculous clown music. I'm like probably not even going the right way. Where's the map? I'm trying to get all the way up there, I think. There's the cool cave. Ghost Gate. Oh, there's the Red Mountain, actually. That's Ghost Gate. Dude, we're like legit traveling the world now. I haven't been over here at all. Okay, made it up. Incredibly acrobatic guy. Where am I? Like, this is a disaster. Oh, my athletic skill even just went up. Nice. Alright, back on the road. Let me just like triple check I'm even doing the right thing. North of the village of Margon. Gotcha. So I am doing the right thing. I should probably kill stuff. I've been ignoring a lot of people, but I think I should kill stuff. Oh no. Bird. The bird is on me. Dude, the bird. There we go, level 4. Well, I'm gonna get level 4 when I rest. Once I finish beating up this bird. Come on. In there. Oh, hold up. Who put this ghost gate here? I don't think I can follow the road anymore. let's see it. Rest interrupted by... Please don't be a bird. Oh, there we go. They always interrupt your rest by just spawning in like a crappy little dude. Like, alright, sure. Good job. You've interrupted my rest. Well played, Leech. We've ascended to level 4. Let's go ahead and get strength, speed. What is personality? Affects your ability to deal with other characters and how much they like you. Affects your health gain per level. Oh, hell yeah. It's going into endurance, dude. Yeah, it's like D&D where you don't really level up much ever. Eight hours in and I have hit level 4. That might be a me problem, but I don't think so. I think the game is just like that. I think I've attracted another bird. And of course I have no stamina to fight it with, because I just spent all my stamina jumping up a hill. Hey, Americus. It's going okay. It's going okay, actually. My personality stat is terrible, IRL. Oh my god, was there another bird? There was another bird. Die, die, die. My sword actually does damage now. There's more birds. I should have just taken the Silt Strider, dude. Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many. Can I rest here? You can't rest here. There are enemies nearby. This bird might kill me. Nah, we're gonna beat him. It's a rough system because your sword does less damage as its durability goes down. So you have to keep the durability up. Otherwise, like, not only is your sword gonna break soon, but also you're like whacking them for 1 damage at a time and it sucks. It's pretty tough. Umph. Yeah, I don't know what the numbers are supposed to mean. And also, I don't know what answer you're gonna expect. Just, how is Tapioca? And then PMC's gonna respond, a real fucking weirdo, hate that guy. In my own chat. Resting here is illegal. Yeah, we're just like in town or something. The top quartile of weirdos at GDQ. It's hard to say. I would say no. I would say probably no, actually. In my own way, yes, but no. I'm more of a secret weirdo. Can you even leave north of this town? How? It's just, there's just a mountain here. I'm a professional at blending from my years of playing Mafia. Wait, is this where we're going? Oh my god, it's so far north. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna be closer than that. And the birds are back, and I have no stamina. Least favorite part, getting around in the towns. The towns are really big. And having to like find a guy in a town, which we were doing for the first like hour and a half of the stream, actually. Like getting around that town and trying to like figure out where someone is. And it's just like a giant ass maze. I don't know. I could do with just like an NPC who's standing near the front of town who tells you where the person you're looking for is. Maybe something like that. I did eventually find a person who told me where to go, but they were like hiding in the sewers. Yep, same guy, Americus. Jeremy Soule. What is this? Shishi. This is not a road. This is not a road. I'm really more into like more, I mean, I can get into all kinds of things. I would say like most of what I'm into is like more arcade than RPGs. Like not like literal arcade games necessarily, but more like games that you just kind of pick up and start playing, and they don't really require so much like investment to get into. Streaming is sort of a different it's sort of different issue. Where like if I'm streaming, then I'm down to like get fully invested in something because like I'm sitting here anyway, I might as well care, right? But it's really nice to just be like, you know what I feel like playing? Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube, and you just turn it on and start playing. Please ignore the 6-minute cutscene at the start of that. But, you know, games where you just sort of play them and they get out of your way, and that are very, you know... I like when games have high skill ceilings, not necessarily because I like to become a god gamer at everything, but just because I like to feel like there's a lot of room to, like, do shit in them, and it's not necessarily just like a... like one and done. Like there's not that much interest if the game is low skill ceiling. You just do it and then you beat it and it's like, now what? It's kind of fun. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better way of putting it and I can't. Maybe player expression? Is that the correct buzzword? I'm fighting a dino. God damn. I'm losing to the dino. I'm actually losing to the dino. You gotta die now, sir. You gotta die now, sir. Okay. Close one. I don't know, like, I feel like... I feel like I like to just, like, pick up a game sometimes. Like, if I'm bored, I'm just like, I want to play this. And it's nice to just be able to do it and to not have to put up with, like, well, it's a commitment to that because now I'm going to be in the middle of a playthrough and, like, it doesn't really get good until, like, 2 hours in, or... okay, but it's full of cutscenes, so much of my time is going to be spent just, like, looking and not doing anything. So kind of that, but I also like really boring games. If the mood is right, I love a good, incredibly boring adventure game. I love, like, Myst, Shenmue, things like that. And I also do still play, like, story games and things. You know, I'm well known for playing the Yakuza series and speedrunning them and stuff. So, not saying I don't play games with story. Oh my god, I'm so dead. I am so dead. We're not making it to town with this one. Yeah, no. I literally just saved, though, because it's been auto-saving every time I rest, so we're fine. That's not that far back. No, I think that's just me, because, like, I don't know. Think about, like, F-Zero GX. It's, like... I'm trying to think of, like, how to even describe, but, like... it's not a game where you just hold A and sometimes turn. Like, that's probably my favorite racing game. And it's not a game where you just hold A and turn. It's a game where there's, like, always shit to be doing. Like, you just, I don't know, like, it's like every moment of the gameplay is filled with trying to do stuff. I think that makes it more fun. And, you know, like, a lot of certain 3D platformers are the same way. SM64 is Sunshine, where it's just like, if you're not doing something, then you're doing it wrong. Not even that it requires your complete focus, but that, like, there is so much, like, room to just, like, go ham on the game. I don't know. I have to like, write this down. I really can't, I'm, like, not good at explaining things. You know, I think skill expression is the right term. Just that, like, you know, like, think about Super Mario 64, PMC Trilogy's favorite game. And think about, like, some rando-ass, like, bad 3D action platformer we've played. when you play the rando bad 3D action platformer, it's kind of just like, wait, why is my health so terrible? Well, we're dead. You know, the way you move around the game is by holding a direction on the analog stick and your guy walks around, and then you can jump with the A button, and you can punch or shoot or whatever with the B button. And then think about like one of the good Mario games, like not the crappy ones, but the good ones. And it's like, well, sure, you can just walk around, but there's diving, there are 3 different jumps, there's the side flip, there's the back flip, you know, there's so many, there's so much there, and if you're just walking around, then, like, what are you even doing? Like, you're playing it wrong. Like, come on, do some shit. Like, you use all the moves, and there's so much room to just, like, use every move in every different way. And, like, the moves aren't even really static, where, like, the amount, you know, a double jump is a double jump, but the amount of time you hold the A button for still controls the height of the double jump. And, you know, if you, like, do a wall jump, then the height in your jump when you hit the wall and press A is going to change the angle you jump off the wall in, and all kinds of shit like that. You know, there's so much, there's so much to it, and there's, like, always room to fit more in, but also you're just, like, constantly playing the, I don't know. I'd have to write this shit down to, like, think about what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is, I like video games where you play them and you don't just walk around, except for when I do like games where you just walk around. Just got the "you can only rest on solid ground" message, just interesting. Oh my god. What? What have I just awoken to? I'm going the wrong way, I think. Yeah, I'm totally going the wrong way. Hard to find things or know where to go. I have, like, a hard time even knowing, because, like, you know, like, the early speedrunning community was so... The early speedrunning community was so centered around SM64 with people like Siglemic and stuff that I ended up watching so many SM64 runs that now it's kind of just like before I even ever played the game for myself all the way through, I'm pretty sure I already knew where all 120 stars were. I can't put myself in the mindset of playing it in 1996 and, like, not just knowing everything, you know? I've always just known where all the stars are. Like, of course I do. So, like, is it clear where they are? I don't know. Maybe it's not. You know, I guess when you get, like, the stars give you the star names. So the names might help a little, but then the names will just be like, wall kicks will work. And it's just like, well, what the hell does that mean? like, alright, sure. That doesn't actually help you know what to do at all. I don't know. I kind of ended up committing a lot of Mario to memory, because I'm pretty sure that I never have had to find stars in that game. I'm pretty sure that even by the first time I'd ever played it, I already knew where everything was by heart, and I was just going and getting them. Wow, I found Ashurna Bitashbi. Ashurna Could I name all of the stars? No. I don't really think of them by name like that. So I don't. Yeah, sorry. A common theme here. A common theme here is that I make everybody feel old. Oh, describe them all. Yeah, absolutely. I could absolutely just like tell you where all 120 stars are, and I don't think I would miss one. Nah, man, PS2 isn't retro. PS2 is still pretty new. Retro is like the NES and the SNES. Track down 100 coins. 100 coin stars have always been kind of bad. I have sort of made my peace with them because I know where the coins are. Like, I have a route for them and stuff. And that sort of makes them more fun. But if I had to actually find all 100 coins, yeah, I agree. That sounds pretty bad. Yeah, watching someone play Morrowind on literally, I don't know. I'm 28, right? I grew up with a GameCube. I had a GameCube and a GBA, but I've always been super into like retro games and stuff ever since I was a kid. You know, pretty much as soon as I found out that there were video games older than the games that I had, I was like, oh shit, I have to know everything about this. I have to know, I have to play them. I just have to like hide in someone's yurt or something. They're gonna challenge me. So I think because of that, all my friends online have always been older than me, which definitely had some questionable vibes when I was like 12 online. You know, that's one of those like, nowadays, I feel like there's a lot more of a sense of like, if you were a kid, you should not be talking to adults on the internet. If you are an adult, you should not be talking to kids on the internet. But at the time, that was like, nah, fuck that. I'm a 12, and what is this? And I'd be hanging out on IRC with like grown ass adults and stuff. So who knows if that's good or bad? But you know. But also the stuff from my childhood is just becoming increasingly old, so you know, you play modern games, then you compare to this, and it's like, okay, I guess things have changed a little bit. Just a little bit. We're trying to find a specific dude's hut here. We're looking for, like, someone. We're looking for... The Emperor thinks the prophecies are real. The heads Sul Matul and Nibani Maisa. None of these are Sul Matul, right? I'm being chased by like a little goblin dude, which does not help. And I guess I can just ask. You come to talk? Then talk. I will choose talk. Spool Matul, you want to speak to Nibani? Have they sent for you? Should I just lie and say yes? No. If not sent for you, you will not speak to them. I have not heard of this. The Ashlanders don't like Dagoth Ur. I'm trying to piece it together. Like the lore in the current situation in Morrowind. I'm trying to piece it together as far as like who's doing what. I thought the Ashlanders liked... I thought the Ashlanders liked the Nerevar. And the Nerevar Well, I guess the Nerevar is gonna kick out, the Imperials, is what they want him to do. And Dagothar is just kind of like a side character in this. Well, I think he's the main villain, but he's not a party to that necessarily. I just go in. Apparently you can get in big trouble for just entering their yurts, but here we are in the yurt. Our hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, set themselves up as gods and forgot Nerevar's promises to the tribe. Cast down the false gods. Great. Well, that's me, by the way. How do I hit the I'm him button? Thoughtful gift. I like gold. Called a bribe. All right. I mean, if you say so. I'm him. Say I fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies and wish to speak to Sul Matul and Nabani Maisa. You think you are the Nerevarine and you wish to speak to some people. You don't look like them. Go speak with Zabamund in his yurt. He is a Gulakan. Sul Matul's champion, and he will decide what is right. If Zabamund gives you his permission, you may enter the Ashkan's yurt and speak with Sul Matul. Okay. We're gonna go speak to Zabamund, who is Zanumu? Zabamund. He's like in the circle of yurts. The circle yurt, you could say. At any point, someone on the team was like, should we make these names easier to say? No. I don't think so. Oh my god, okay. The Nerevarine prophecies are not for Outlanders. Who are you that we should trust you? I have learned of the sixth house. I feel like the correct answer is that top one. And I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I'm gonna pick the third one first. All of that may be true, and I'm sure you think it is important, but it has nothing to do with us. In that case, you are a mere stripling. I might win as much honor by killing a dog. Never mind, it's not that first one. I mean, boasting of my worthy deeds is ridiculous, because I don't have any, first of all. But secondly, they don't seem like a boastful bunch. I think I have to pay this guy off. Yes, a gift of 200 gold coins. I can't believe this is actually the correct offer. That is an earnest proof of your respect. That's fucking ridiculous. I believe you should speak to our Ashkan. I think I can bear that. Go to the Ashkan's yurt. Ask him your questions. Gotcha. He's in an orb. He comes with like a force field.
Spit it out or hit the road.
The way they talk, like the way they talk in these text boxes is so fantasy, and then their voice lines are like, spit it out or hit the road. Like, what? This guy's from like the 1940s. You expect him to start speaking with like a Brooklyn accent. My champion Zabamund has sent you to talk to me about the Nerevarine prophecies. You think you'll fulfill the prophecies, you wish to be tested to see if you are him. No Outlander may join the Nerevarine cult. If you were a clan friend, an adopted member of the Ashlander tribes, then perhaps I have an initiation rite in mind. If you pass it, I will adopt you as a clan friend of the Ashlanders, and then I will submit you to Nabani Misa, who is skilled in oracles and mysteries, gotcha, and who will test you against the prophecies, alright? So initiation. You must undergo a harrowing. In a harrowing, you will be judged by the spirits and ancestors to see if you are worthy. Go to the Urushilaku burial caverns and fetch me Sol Senepul's Bonebiter bow. He was my father. Gotcha. Alright. And the caverns are... Hang on, were they? To the south-southeast of the camp, a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of Red Mountain. Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east at a rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south to find the door. That's... The spirits are gonna try to kick my ass on the way there. Gotcha. Yeah, literally, like, it's a good thing that the game auto-writes that down. You know, it's in here. There you go. Because, like, goddamn. We are in a pre-quest marker era where this dude is just straight up like, turn left at the second rock and you should see some water. Now go straight north for, 2 miles. Then, alright. But I'm going to stop playing Morrowind for today. I think that's good. This seems like a solid breakpoint. We're about to go into a dungeon. The dungeon has ghosts, so I'm going to need to use the Enchanted Blade. I do have a bunch of soul gems for restoring the enchantments, so we should be able to fight them, I hope. But we'll see. I feel like this could be a big wall. I'm nervous about it. Yo, Funeral Cakes, thank you. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. That's a lot, dude. I really do appreciate it. We were talking earlier